It's often said that IIM Ahmedabad interviews are one of the toughest interviews, and these are not intentional but more like a design. So, this particular design of creating interview is often stressful to a lot of candidates. And let's see, in this video, I'm going to cover how the stress is created, and more importantly, how you as an individual need to tackle this kind of stressful situations. Number one, by design. When I say by design, the interview setup wherein one senior professor and one junior professor they sit together, and often it's at least two, and there can be multiple professors one single panel, and you as an individual will be bombarded with questions and of two different personalities. That that this particular single setup itself cause stress for some of the candidates. Number two, you'll be given an extempore topic, and which would be random since you are not aware what the topic is going to be, and this uncertainty itself creates some stress, right? Number three, let's say they start your interview, and between the moment you start your extempore and while you're defending your points, suddenly they will switch from extempore to your profile, and this particular switch would be so random, and often it will be like, oh my god, what did I do? Did I tell something wrong? Why is it that they have switched to my profile suddenly altogether, and why have they stopped the arguments with the extempore? So this again causes some kind of stress to candidate. Like number three, this is more about your profile and essays, and it's a very popular way of creating stress. So two ways basically. One is going deep. When I say going deep, it's like they catch hold of one single point. When I say one single point, it's like, let's say you have written a point: I have led a team of XYZ in building or constructing or solutioning a particular module or a design or something, and I have saved, or in terms of time, in terms of dollars or whatever. And this, let's say, this is your point, or this is your construct of a point somewhere you have mentioned in your resume or your application. Now they'll ask you the challenges that you faced, what was the return on investment that you have done for this project, whether there was any situation where there was ambiguity and you took a decision where management was opposed. Let's say, was there any opposition from the end users, or were there any other challenges? What happened with these challenges? So on and so forth. So they asked multiple layers of questions just on one particular topic, and by lot of candidates, what they do is they just prepare surface level, and when there is no genuine preparation, right, you falter naturally because there is no depth in the preparation, and candidates tend to falter. That is one way. And in the same concept, there is another category which is going broad. Instead of deep, it is going broad, and it's more like a rapid fire setup wherein you start answering and there will be a bombardment of different topic altogether. It's like, if the previous way of creating stress was going 1 kilometer deep, this is basically 1 kilometer wide, wherein they'll try to touch in number of topics, and the previous question and the next question won't have any relevance at all, and you'd be like, where is this interview going? Like, there is no continuity at all. So that is another way to create stress, wherein you are not given control of which direction the topic is going to be. And how, if these are some of the ways that stress is created, how you as an individual can be ready, right? So number one is preparation about yourself. A lot of times you think that you know about yourself, but having mock interviews really help, right? Getting a number of mock interviews will reduce that anxious and anxiety in your actual interview setup. Number two, pause. Whenever you're being asked, don't react, basically respond. Okay. And number three, don't get emotional at all any time of the interview. See, they want to create an environment or a simulate a kind of environment that is realistic, or that can happen in reality as well, right? So in reality, let's say you are in senior leadership position, and you will be faced, or you'll be put in a lot of ambiguous situations wherein you need to take decision, you need to convince people, you need to be in a position where you are the person who are spearheading in an ambiguous environment where in reality things are not working in favor but against you. So this kind of stressful environment basically evaluates whether you as an individual can cope up with stress, and the program also naturally is stressful. And lot of people do figure out eventually, but it is stressful. So interview setup is just the beginning of the story but not the end. And how else can you prepare well is by understanding or knowing about yourself, knowing what your future aspirations are, why your MBA, why at this particular point, and how is it that MBA going to add value. So having clarity on these things would really help. And if you are a candidate who are preparing for MBA, do check the description below. I have some resources for you, and if you need help with mock services, do reach out to me, and I have provided links in the description below. All the best.